Hey, this is Mr. 123 here, and we're going to finish up the second part. So go ahead, export it now again as rigged.smd, or whatever else you want to call it. And this time export as sequence SMD. Make sure it's sequence, not reference. Okay, alright, we're good. Okay, so we're done with 3ds Max. Done. Okay. So now I'm going to show you my QC file. These are all my files right here. There's reference, rigged, and tutorial.qc. So that's our QC file, and that's basically our command parameters, or however you want to look at it. It tells it how to compile. So it's just normal QC. So I hope you know how to make that. If you don't, go find another tutorial on it. So basically, key value, prop data, all that stuff. Make sure you have sequence ragdoll, and then a line saying where to find your rigged SMD, then act dire ragdoll, or DIE ragdoll, so DIE ragdoll, then 1 FPS 30. Then you also need collision joints, so collision joints, then tell it where to find your reference SMD. Then in the brackets you need to tell it where your root bone is. So remember, we named it root. If you didn't rename it, it's just bone 01. I'm going to change the mask to 50, and see, look, it says root bone. That's what we renamed it. I'm going to change the capital to OCD thing. Okay, so we're done with the QC making. Okay, so now I'm going to compile it to the Gary's mod folder, and wait. Okay, it looks like it compiled nicely. Okay. Yeah, okay, the bones are in there. Okay, just checking. Okay, now we're going to go into Half-Life Model Viewer, have it load up your Gary's mod path, and then locate your model. Mine's under Mr. 123, tutorial, then I spelled tutorial wrong, okay, but alright, that one's tutorial, okay. And that's our model right there. It says yellow cylinder. And okay, all our bones are there. Physics models were fine. Okay, cool. Looks good. Okay, so now go to physics tab, and we're not going to do anything with root because it just moves everything on your it just moves the whole object, like I've said before. Alright, so I'll show you why we're not going to use the x-axis. It'll just rotate it weirdly. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to go to, let me change this back. So just keep everything on the x-axis at 0. So go to y. I'm gonna put it at 35 because that's a good number to me. So then I'm gonna go to z, change it to 35. Change the max to 35. And I'll go to bone 3, change it to 35. 35. And I need to do the y. You need to do the y and z axis for bone 2 through 3. So now, if you use the test slider, you can see how, or sorry, bone 2 through 4, to see how far. If you want to, you can see how far I can go by using the test. And so I'm setting 35, so that way it doesn't like overdo it and it like does a weird effect. So I'm setting everything to 35. See, that's how it moves it. Go to Y, it moves it like that. Okay. So we're done here. So click Generate QC. It'll copy it to your clipboard. We're going to go back to our QC file, our original QC. So wherever you used to compile with, just use that again. Now we're going to highlight that where it says mass and root bone part, and just delete that. And then copy over it. So just Control V to delete the collision joints part, and delete the sequence ragdoll part it has underneath. We don't need that either. And basically what it did is it copied in all the information for what you just set the joint constraints. So all the 35s that you put in there is now in the QC. That's an OCD thing right there. Save it. Like I said, delete that sequence ragdoll line. Save. And then you can recompile. And I wait for my slow ass computer. Okay, it compiled nicely. So now basically the constraints are just compiled in with the model, and you're ready to go for Gary's mod. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Have a good time.